Hello, it's good to be vlogging like a normal vlog again. You know, as opposed to talking to the camera, sitting down for 10 minutes or doing a challenge with someone, which were both pretty fun videos. One of them I haven't uploaded yet, but you will see it before this one. I actually wonder how many subscribers I'll lose after I upload today's video. I mean, assuming people who write spam comments subscribe to me, just so they can see when there's a new video, so they can write another annoying spam comment. I don't know if that's the case, but hopefully I'll find that out soon. Had a pretty good day at work today. We finished something that we've been working on for a while, and we're about to move on to something else, which is really exciting. Just came to check the workshop because I'm gonna build my wooden fidget spinner here, and someone didn't clean after themselves. There's a lot of like metal shavings everywhere, and I also realized that the exhaust fan is now much louder than it used to be. It's so loud, it's gonna be the worst for audio. I'm gonna just put the camera somewhere for some quick housekeeping update stuff. My video uploaded today reacting to spam comments has one dislike. Maybe one of those spammers watched it, or maybe it was just one of my friends disliking, just so I would think a spammer watched it and disliked it. I feel like this week is kind of a calm week after the craziness that happened in the last month or 2 months. You know, Hillsong Conference happened, I did vlogging for a whole year, and now I can sit back and just think about what I want to do in the future. I will finally work on some video ideas I've been thinking about for a long time. And I already started by filming that video about Amelie's birth story that I've been meaning to make for months now, and I'm pretty excited about the podcast that I have with Maddie and Corinne. We have a website, it's on iTunes, it's on all sorts of other podcast aggregation things that get data from iTunes. It's there, anyone can go and search and listen. It's called The Executive Producers Podcast. If I were you, check it out, it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty funny. I listened to the last episode twice already and I laughed so much. Is that weird? We're hopefully recording a new episode on Sunday. We're gonna do it live again, and it's gonna be, I think, at 3 p.m. Eastern Australian Standard Time, Sydney time, which is actually a good time for US as well. It's gonna be Saturday night in the US. It's gonna be early morning Sunday in Europe, so maybe not so good for you guys there, but I'm really looking forward to it. We have a good audio setup. It's gonna be so great. I love talking, and the podcast is basically talking, so it's a perfect fit. It's a perfect fit. Anyway, I need to go because I need to organize dinner tonight, and at the moment I have no idea what I'm gonna do, and I'm probably gonna teach you how to cook what I'm going to cook, which at the moment I don't know what it's gonna be. Oh, when you open the door, the exhaust fan is not as loud. Anyway, time to go. Oi! Are you building a tower? Okay. Welcome to Cooking with Carlos and little Amelie, who is very tired and needs to go to sleep. No. I decided that I'm gonna roast some beef ribs and make rice, and also make a broccoli and spinach soufflé. So that's what we're gonna cook today, but before I put it to sleep, I'm gonna make sure the beef starts cooking, because that might take about an hour or so. Yeah, do you wanna help Daddy? Yeah. Okay, great. We're gonna put on this. We're gonna get this beef ribs, we're gonna put here to open it. Yeah. Yeah. Meat. More. Yeah, you're right, there's more. Okay. No, don't put your hand, don't put your hand. Oh no, put a boca. Okay, now don't touch the meat. This is going great so far. Meat, yeah. We're gonna do it Brazilian style. There's only one spice you need to put, it's salt. Hold the spoon, put it on the meat. Very good. Uh-oh, spread it like this. Spread. Yeah. Don't put it in your mouth. No. Okay. Yeah. Spread. 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 Oh, no spread on your hands. Okay, we're gonna wash our hands in a moment. Stay there. Let me just put them like this. And this will probably be okay. Oh, this is 2 pieces. Oh, I didn't realize. I will make it work. Okay, dope. hold it. Yeah, well done. Now we're gonna put it in the oven. Okay, you're gonna help Daddy put it in the oven. Don't touch it, it's very hot. Warning, do not do this at home. She's highly trained and highly skilled. She knows exactly what she's doing. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Yeah, hot. Okay, hold it. Yeah. No, don't touch. Very hot. Yeah. And we're gonna put it there. Yay. Yay, well done. You did it. No, you don't touch anything. Now she's gonna go sleep and then I'm gonna continue afterwards. Cooking rice the right way is very simple. All you need to do is you heat olive oil in a saucepan, add butter, let it melt and get a little bit warm. Garlic, rice, mix it, add twice the amount of cold water, mix it more, add salt, mix it even more, cover it, and let it simmer for, well, until it's ready. Now the soufflé is a bit more complicated. I don't know why I chose to make it right now, but I'm already in the process of making it, so I'm gonna make it. You need to first make bechamel sauce, and then you need to beat some eggs, and then you mix them all together, and then you put in a container thingy that you put in the oven. Put in the oven, let it cook for 25 to 30 minutes, and then it's all ready. It's not quite as simple as that, but that's the basic gist of it. So you get some butter and spread around the soufflé mode. Make sure it's very beautifully buttery everywhere. And then you sprinkle some Parmesan cheese. Perfect. Because we're making a spinach soufflé, you need to prepare the spinach before we add to the soufflé. So you get blanched spinach, which basically means you left it in the boiling water for a couple of minutes, and you put it in a fry pan with butter, and you cook it to make sure that the water evaporates from it, because you don't want it to be watery, you want it to be nice. That's pretty good. Set it aside. Now we make the bechamel sauce, which is really easy if you do it right. It's actually really easy, just pay attention. You start by melting the butter in a saucepan. Maybe I added too much butter, but that's okay, we can always fix it. Wait for the butter to melt, and then you add the flour. And then you mix it. Mix it. Can't be too dry, it can't be... See, we need more flour. This is too watery. So we add a little bit more flour. Mix it. A little bit more. Okay, this is gonna be a very thick bechamel sauce because I kind of messed up already, but that's okay, we can always fix it. It's always good. See, this is kind of the consistency you want. Now you wanna cook this for like a minute. If you don't cook for long enough, it's gonna taste like flour, which is not... No, it's not good. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, a little bit more butter. This is what you want it to look like. Make sure you cook for like a minute or two. Don't let it brown it. Don't let it burn. Especially, don't let it burn. Once you're happy with it, you get boiling-ish milk. Now this is the hard part because you want to make sure you start mixing as soon as you put the milk. But before you put the milk, turn the stove off, pour the milk, and whisk it. Whisk it. Whisk it. Oh, I told you I put too much butter. Okay, I have to add more milk. Oh my gosh. The problem is now this milk is cold. It's gonna mess everything up. Whisk it. Very thick. Oh my gosh. This is like the thickest bechamel sauce I've ever made. Make sure it's not lumpy or anything. You just need to make sure it's very smooth and beautiful. Mix it really well. A bit with the spoon, a bit with the whisk. Still a bit too thick, so let's put a more milk. It's too much for the soufflé, for the eggs, but that's okay. I'm gonna save some for something else. Alright, now you need to put some spices there. Nutmeg is an essential one. I really like my nutmeg, so maybe there's a little bit too much there, but that's okay. I really like it. And then salt. And then you can turn the stove on again to something not too hot, and you're going to cook this for like a minute or two, like simmer for a minute or two. Make sure nothing gets stuck on the bottom, it doesn't get lumpy. Really important that it's smooth and beautiful. Pepper, and I can't do that with one hand. Pepper. Alright, now that the sauce has simmered for about a minute, we can start separating the eggs. We're gonna need 4 egg yolks right into the sauce, but we're also gonna need 5 egg whites into a container that is clean from all grease, otherwise you might not be able to beat the eggs very well. When I separate eggs, I generally do it in another container just in case a little bit of egg yolk goes into it, because if a little bit of egg yolk goes into it, you can't beat them, it's ruined, so you better do one at a time. 1 egg yolk, mix it. So you do that for all 4 egg yolks. Just realized I made a huge mistake. This is going great so far. The problem is because I added so much butter and so much flour, I ended up with a lot of bechamel sauce, more than what I need. I'll just do it and see what happens. See what I'm saying? This egg, I have to separate again. Alright, now you set the egg whites aside and let's just keep mixing this. You can use the whisk, make sure it's really nice. Correct seasoning as well, make sure it tastes good. Once it's all very well mixed, you stop cooking, set it aside. Now we need to work on egg whites. To beat the eggs, I'm gonna use my beautiful KitchenAid. But if you wanna be serious about cooking, you should be able to do it with one of these. It's actually not that hard, but since I have this, I'm gonna use it. We start by adding a pinch of salt and turn it on in the lower setting, just so it starts getting the egg whites a bit ready. Do that for about a minute and then you slowly and gradually increase the speed. When it's looking a bit like this, you increase a little bit more. Let's check if it's hard peak. Nah, it's close, it's close. Just a little bit more. You don't want to do it too much, otherwise you can completely and utterly mess it up. Yeah, it's probably good enough. Now you get your sauce and put in a container. Add the spinach, mix it, and then you put almost all of the cheese. You just leave a little bit for later. And then you get 1 spoonful of the egg whites and mix it as well. Mix well. And once that's mixed, you slowly fold the rest of the egg whites in it, being careful not to overmix, because you need the bubbles from the egg whites for the thing to rise. If you kill them all, bad news. Or I'm gonna do this with 2 hands because it's too hard with 1 hand. Once it's done, it should look something like this. It's folded, but it's not super mixed. Then you put it in your prepared place. Add some cheese on top. I really want to do this with Swiss cheese, but mozzarella will do as well. And Parmesan, of course. Beautiful. Now, we can put it in the oven. Once the rice is done cooking, just put a tea towel between the pot and the lid and let it rest for like 15-20 minutes so it's like really nice, fluffy, and not all mushy. Looking good. Hopefully it's not gonna like fall apart. It's looking really good. I think it will probably stay like this mostly. Let it rest for a bit and then I'm gonna get a piece. Alright, this is totally going to fall apart, but let's do it. Oh, it looks beautiful. Wow. You can see I already started feasting on the ribs because they were ready way before this was ready. Alright, that's it. It was delicious. It's really good. I'm sorry if you clicked on this video thinking it was gonna be like a full-on learn how to cook in a very organized manner. That's not how my cooking with Carlos goes. This is the opposite of a very organized manner. The quantities for each ingredient in the description of this video, so you can go and check that out. But right now I'm gonna clean. I have a lot to clean. I'm very messy when I cook, very messy. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button somewhere on the screen. And I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be really fun and really sad, but also really fun. See you tomorrow.